Okay, yeah, so chat. So I heard about these guys on Twitter. Apparently, they're a culture first indie studio accelerator in Montreal, which means that they're probably very liberal since Canada is basically the EU of NA. Okay, I'm very excited to see what they're gonna showcase, and hopefully we'll learn a thing or two about their country along the way, as there is literally a game set in 17th century Canada. Okay, so let's take a look. And I really like the name of their studio. It's called the Indie Asylum. It's kind of a banger name.
Okay, chat. Listen.
Hey, what's up, pre-notification gang? Alright, today's gonna be a pretty cool stream actually. I got invited to watch this stream. Yeah, it's gonna be for indie games. It looks pretty good actually. There's no MMOs in it, but some of these games are pretty interesting. There's a city builder, there's a Metroidvania. I saw this online, it's on Twitter all over the place. A couple of my friends retweeted this.
I saw this thing pop up on Twitter. Okay, it's a bunch of indie games. It's a direct for indie games. Okay, now this company is from Montreal. I am from Montreal. Montreal's in Quebec. Okay, French Canada. Okay, the only reason we're giving this a shot today is because the host is from my hometown. Now we're gonna see if it's good. If we like it, we're gonna play one of the games. Okay, we're gonna reach out. We're gonna play one of the games.
Who are they? I think it's this company in Montreal. They're called the Indie Asylum. And from what I know is they're like a collective of indie studios. And they kind of like work together, share resources, and they make games. So, yeah. They look pretty interesting. I saw the teaser. Yeah. So we're going to do that today. Dude. You missed a bunch of subs? Oh, shit, sorry. Let me go see. Frack the Gods, thanks for the gifted subs. Cheen, thanks for the gifted subs. Mark, hey, welcome to the stream. Bear Jitsu, thanks for the sub. Queef Monster, hey.
Dude, that's not. A bunch of you tagged me in this Twitter thread talking about the Asylum Direct. It's like a bunch of indie studios that banded together to make their own direct. And apparently, there's a chess boxing game announcement in here, so I'm pretty pumped. I think this is a great idea. Selling games as an indie studio has never been harder, actually. So I'm excited to see what this showcase looks like.
Oh my god. But yeah, my point is that I get the appeal of reality TV now.
Hey everyone, sorry I'm late.
Hey Tony, what's up?
I have some good news. The Asylum Direct is officially a go, so we can start working on it like right now, like today. I do have bad news though. Like everything else we do, the budget is kind of on the lower side.
Oh god. Have we reached out for sponsorships?
No replies yet, not even.
Oh, we're down bad.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
With the rise of social gaming and AR, I thought it would be cool if we went old school and bring back Bitmojis.
Kim, anything on your side?
Well, we can hire a firm to help with this.
We don't have enough money for that.
but we can all agree that we have enough money for a sick motion
Yeah.
logo, right?
Yes.
And what about streamers?
We really don't have enough money for that.
What do you mean?
You'd be surprised at how much they charge for an hour of their time.
How much do they charge?
Top dogs, 75K.
What?
What? An hour?
Oh my god.
That's more than my annual salary.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Really need to start selling feed pics. Oh, we lost Tony.
What do we do now?
Well, I like Alex's idea.
Thank you.
The part where we go old school, not the Bitmoji part. Our generation loves a good throwback. We just need to find the right one. All right, people, what do we got?
Well, it looks like we got nothing actually.
Really?
What?
Felt like we had something going on there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's getting late, so I propose that we reconvene tomorrow and we start heading to the pub.
good job today, guys.
We'll get there, Kev.
Yeah. We'll try again tomorrow, and we definitely have more time to do it. What? No. Alexis,
Kevin,
thank you for joining me today for this ritual.
thank you for having me. I'm always looking for an opportunity to serve the old ones.
You and your team are working on this new game called Worship. Tell me more about it.
Yes, so Worship is a online multiplayer game, and the goal of the game is to prove your devotion to your god, so it grants you new powers, and you're able to summon it and cause the end of the world, and bring the apocalypse to all of its population. Normal stuff.
How did that come together?
It has nothing to do with cults, actually. Being huge Nintendo fans in general, but specifically Pikmin, we wanted to revisit this design of being a leader controlling a bunch of following units. And we thought that the cultist theme was something that was really fitting to this, and also on brand with the type of games and the type of themes that we want to bring it together. So we decided to go with this cartoon approach to have something that's flavorful and lovely, but also with a theme that's grim and dark to create that strong contrast.
There seems to be an emerging market for cult games. How does Worship fit in all that?
It goes with two main mechanics. So the Pikmin inspiration, as I mentioned, was the fact that you play as a leader and you have a bunch of units that you can order them around. So you can throw them on the enemies, you can ask them to pick up stuff for you, you can order them to attack the enemies around you, but you can also use them as blood bags. So you can draw blood rituals on the ground using your own health or the one of your followers. And depending on which god you decided to worship, but also which symbol you've drawn into the ground, you will cast different type of spells to defeat the enemies and overcome all of the encounters.
I saw back in November you posted a Kickstarter update about your combat system. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yes, so it goes with these two specific mechanics that I just mentioned, the followers and the rituals. As a cultist, you don't have any kind of fighting asset. You're not able to defeat the monsters by yourself. You have to use your followers to draw the attention. They'll be able to make their way around to fight stuff. But to help them, you'll be needed with your other teammates to draw symbols on the ground to prepare your rituals. So it goes with the unit management of controlling your units, but also preparing the battlefield with these different blood rituals.
You mentioned it was an open world roguelike. That's a very specific combo.
Yes, it's something that we always wanted to explore, and it goes with randomly generating a world made of handcrafted events. So we do the own event design, level design, quest design, but we pick from a pool and create a world that's randomly generated each time that you start a new game. So as a typical roguelike, if you die, you have to start over. But if you start over, it is something that will be different, and you'll have a bunch of encounters that you can decide to approach in different ways each time. Sometimes you'll want to fight the monsters around you, but sometimes you maybe want to serve them and try to give them a little gift so they can give you different kind of rewards.
Chasing Raz Games was one of the first members to join the Indie Asylum. Why are we such a good fit, do you think?
Starting an indie studio is about creative freedom most of the time. And for us, that was the main focus of why we decided to join the Indie Asylum, is that we are able to have multiple resources and share expenses with the Indie Asylum, making sure that we learn best practices together as game developers, but keeping that creative freedom and being able to do exactly the projects that we want to do without any big boss or any big corporation to please, but still having the benefits of having someone with us to help us.
That's a really good answer.
Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to play Worship. I can't wait to sacrifice my friends.
It'll be my pleasure.
Now, to close this ritual, we must hold hands together and blow out the last candle. I love you.
I know.
Hello.
Hey, Kevin, it's Chloe. My friend just told me the strangest thing. Are you free this afternoon?
I am.
I think I need a drink after hearing her story. Do you wanna meet at the bar?
Sure, I'll be there. Well, you have my attention.
You're never going to believe this.
You sounded pretty rattled on the phone. So, what's this thing your friend was telling you about?
So you know that famous hotel downtown? The one with the pretty doors and old windows?
The Clarington.
That's the one. So my friend was staying there over the weekend, and she found out that someone was being stalked.
Stalked? Jesus.
Your Negroni Spagliato.
Oh,
With Prosecco in it.
stunning.
Old fashioned.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, it all started with a maid finding something really unusual. Apparently, she was cleaning one of the rooms.
Mr. Spade?
When she found something really disturbing in one of the guests' bathroom. Curiosity got the best of her, so she continued snooping around the guests' belongings. And she found some really strange notes laying around.
Notes? What kind of notes?
Notes with information about other guests. Stuff like who they are, where they're from, that sort of thing.
Let me get this straight. First of all, she was going through their personal belongings. Why did that guest have all the information on other guests?
You're asking exactly the right questions. First, it was the notes, but then she kept finding
Finding what?
unsettling things. And the best part? It was all connected somehow.
Connected. Connected how?
That's the thing, I don't know that part. My friend didn't tell me those details. But apparently the maid talked to some of her colleagues, and together they tried to figure the mystery out.
That sounds dangerous. What if somebody caught her snooping? What if she had to ask the wrong person?
Well, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Nobody really knows what happened, except the maid. It's all one big mystery.
I can't believe that happened in real life, especially so close to home.
I wish I had been there. Then I would have known all the juicy details.
You never cease to amaze me.
I gotta powder my nose.
Oh.
Hey Kevin, I challenge you to a duel. This is Broken Edge. It's a 1 versus 1 dueling game in VR where you can embody different fighters and use their unique techniques and power to win against your friends or enemies online.
There are many fighters. How do I choose from this amazing list?
Well, I'm glad you asked. In fact, each fighter has their own playstyle based on their martial arts and also their own weaponry. So you won't move the same way depending the character you choose. As an example, the duelist, which is my main by the way, is all about fencing and stabbing. So it really depends on your personal preferences.
Well, I grew up with medieval movies, so I will be a knight.
Good choice. I'll take my dear duelist.
Great, you're main. I can't wait to see how this is gonna go.
I will show no mercy.
Oh, excellent. En garde. So, what's the multiplayer like for this game? Will I be able to play against people around the world?
Absolutely. You can play Broken Edge anywhere. You can also play cross-platform on MetaQuest 2, Pro, and PC VR.
Very cool. Hooah! I saw that there were 6 distinct characters. Are there any plans to add more?
Oh, we have plenty of new characters coming, beginning with the Viking, whom you will play soon.
Viking. I really love the art style for this game as well. It's very, very unique. Where did the idea come from? It's amazing.
Thank you. We really got inspired by the work of the French cartoonist Moebius. So it's all about colorful surrealism, gradient outlines. We really also wanted to take like a different approach from other fighting games, which are often like dark and gory. Sorry about that, Kevin.
I accept this. The competitive me really loved this game. I can't wait to see what's next. Oh, my head hurts. Wait, where am I? How did I even get here? Hey, is that a squirrel? Oh, hey, little guy. What's that? Timmy's stuck in a well? Wait, why can't I understand you? I don't remember learning Squirrelish. I'm not sure. I remember being on a bridge, and now I'm in the sky? Wait, how am I even standing up? What is here? I'm sorry. Ginunga what? Okay. Roots of Yggdrasil presents a very rare blend of genres, introducing a strong narrative aspect and a city builder with roguelike elements. The player must always build on a new set of procedurally generated islands, trying to escape the Dark Void. Each run brings perks and abilities that will carry on even after failure, as in any good roguelike. As for our hero, you play as Suna, a scion living in the Holt whose task is to rebuild the world tree. On each run, Suna and her friends will encounter deities and mythical creatures such as the sly and conniving Ratatosker that will aid them on their journey while providing additional quests and storylines whose progress will be fully controlled by the player. However, you mustn't forget the main quest, which is to reach the top of Yggdrasil. In between loops, players will revisit the Holt, a safe haven serving as a main hub. When supplies are gathered and roots are nurtured, players can customize and build a permanent settlement with unique buildings enabling a multitude of upgrades and trading opportunities that will help them during their runs. It's also a good moment to get to know the other survivors that join you on your expeditions. Once you're ready, you'll set course for another expedition by taking the portal to another shard of Yggdrasil in hopes of nurturing that one back to life. Whoa, Suna sounds badass. Do you think I can meet her? Aw, thanks. So these expeditions to the broken shards of Yggdrasil are how the survivors rebuild the world tree piece by piece? That sounds awesome. Can I go on one of these expeditions? Will Suna be there? If you think you have what it takes, embark on an expedition right now by heading over to our Steam page and trying out our demo? Sweet, count me in. Wait, there's something else. If you're looking to join the Scions and help rebuild a civilization that once ruled peacefully, proving you're worthy of ascension, our Kickstarter campaign is live right now, and every little bit of aid can help nurture the world tree back to its original glory. For Yggdrasil! Manavoid has also been co-developing a game with Indie Asylum newcomers, Bad Res Games. Bringing brains and brawn together, they're currently working on a game inspired by the hybrid sport of chess boxing, a sport that combines the traditional board game with the combat sport, where one can only win by checkmate or knockout. If you're a fan of chess or fighting games, or both, you won't want to miss this. Follow them on Twitter or join the Indie Asylum Discord to know more about it. Speaking of upcoming titles, Be Different Games have recently joined the Indie Asylum and are working on quite an interesting project. Hold on to your hats and mustaches, you might know him from famous movies such as The Kid, The Great Dictator, or Modern Times. The tramp himself, Charlie Chaplin, is entering the video game world. If you want to know more about this project, join the Indie Asylum Discord. Launched in spring of 2022, Forward Escape the Fold is a bite-sized roguelike dungeon crawler that pins your champion against gruesome monsters and a relentless crawl through the card-based dungeons where your only options are to keep moving forward. This game was made by a solo developer based in France named Chris, who also works at the Indie Asylum. He initially posted it on itch.io, where it first gained a lot of attention, and after a successful Kickstarter campaign, Chris decided to launch Forward on Steam, making it the Indie Asylum's first self-published video game. It's available now, but if you're on the go and you're looking to play on a handheld device, look no further.
None can escape the Fold.
Welcome to Friends with Games, a show where we play games made by our friends and pair it with a drink of choice. My guest today is the co-founder of Lucid Dream Studio, a Montreal-based indie company that is focusing on 2D indie titles. And he's also a friend of mine, Max Igawal. Max, thank you for being here.
I'm really happy to be here, Kev.
So, before we get into this, I have the drink that we're going to pair the game with today. Now, I know that you're a wine connoisseur, and so I wanted to bring my A game and surprise you. You might not know this one, but it's called Domaine du Biomorph. It's a 1962. Have you ever seen it before?
No, first time.
So, do you want to try it with me?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
So today we're playing a game called Biomorph, which is the game that you and your team are working on. Now, one of the taglines I saw on Nintendo Life said, Hollow Knight meets Kirby. How did that come to be?
Well, first of all, Biomorph is a Metroidvania 2D games, end-run, and it's set in a science fantasy setting that is coming out on PC and consoles. So the main game revolves around the biomorph mechanics. So when you kill an enemy in the games, it's possible to take its body. So you take control of the creatures, so you have access to its ability and also its control scheme. That means that you can use the creatures to navigate around, solve puzzles, and also fight other creatures. So it's great to beat the monster in the game.
So shapeshifting or the biomorph mechanic is definitely something I haven't seen in a Metroidvania. How did that idea come to be?
We are really huge Metroidvania nerds, so we played tons of them. Of course, we like Hollow Knight and Blasphemous, and we wanted to, create our own take on the genre. The idea came when I was playing Mario Odyssey. I really enjoyed the hat mechanics, and I thought, hey, why don't we use that in our game? So we went ahead with the team, did a prototype with 3 different creatures that we had, and we really enjoyed it. It was great. So this is how the idea of Biomorph came to be.
I know Souls-like games are super well appreciated, but now Metroidvania Souls-likes are kind of on the rise. What's something Biomorph has that maybe others don't have to offer?
Well, other than the biomorph mechanic, we also add some novelties to the genre. One of them is what we call the AI progress. When you biomorph a creature, it has a cost. So biomorph creature now develop new ability that they can use against you. As an example, let's say that you fight a tank creature, it could develop a dash ability that they can use to attack you, and it adds some challenges when you come back to previously visited area. Also, we have the city customization. Through the game, you will encounter different NPCs and you can recruit them to settle in the main game hub, which is called Blightmoor. You can help them to rebuild their structure, and it will unlock some services that they provide, like quests and shops. Also on PC, we're looking to add modding so people can create new assets and integrate it in the game for the look of the building.
When the community starts adding to the lore, that's when, the best kind of stuff happens. I love when that happens. Now, I'm a big Metroidvania fan, so I have to ask, when can we expect this game to come out?
Well, the game should be out by the end of the year. Right now, you can play it on Steam. We have a teaser demo that is available. You can test it out, and at the same time, wishlist us. It's super important for indies like us.
Max, thank you so much for coming. When the game fully releases, would you want to come back and do this again?
Oh yeah, of course. And at the same time, that would be great if you bring another vintage.
I'll have something for you. I'll have something ready for you.
Great.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Kim, what is Unreliable Narrators?
Well, Unreliable Narrators is a new studio from Montreal, and we're a bunch of passionate game designers that have the mission to create games that gives a voice to those we don't hear often enough.
And what are you working on right now?
Well, our first game that we're making is called Two Falls, and it's a narrative explorative game where you discover the story of 2 people from their unique points of view.
So it's a story told from two different perspectives then.
Yeah, exactly. So we have our main characters who are Jeanne and Maikan, and you discover the world through their eyes. So we have two very unique and distinct artistic directions to support that. So you will understand how they feel, how they see their world, how they understand their world, how their culture impact all of this. So you will discover a story through their eyes.
Where do these characters come from?
Well, we have Jeanne, who is a young French woman who is leaving France for the New World in Nouvelle-France. She embarks on a journey to cross the Atlantic and start a new life in Nouvelle-France. And on the other side, we have Maikan, who is a young man in Innu, who notices a change in his world, so he will get outside and discover what is disturbing all of the peace in his world.
What kind of experience is this?
I guess we can call it an interactive drama, because the choices that we make will shape the characters to decide how they will evolve, how they will act in certain events, and how you will interact with other people as well.
And you mentioned Canada earlier. Where or maybe when does this take place in Canada?
We decided to set Two Falls in the 17th century Canada.
That's not a usual setting for a game. Not many games have chosen this time period. What was so significant about this one in particular?
Well, I guess it's an important point in our Canadian historic heritage, but it also gave us the chance to tell the story from indigenous communities with when we have a character that is from the Innu culture communities, Maikan, and we integrated people from the indigenous communities in key creative roles, and also we have a council of elders to validate how we're portraying what we want to show into the game in terms of culture and from one that in Innu, and what message we want to transmit to the new generation. That has been very rich and fun way to create this game.
Which supports what you were saying earlier about giving a voice to those we don't hear often.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm really excited for this project. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, me too. Kev, your s'mores is burning. Kevin? Kevin, wake up!
Huh?
You fell asleep. We're waiting for you. Come on.
Okay, I'll be right there. Let it rip.
Hey man, you alright?
Yo, yes, I'm good.
You sure, man?
I'm feeling great. What's up?
It's
time?
Waiting for you, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I'll be right behind you.
God. What am I doing with my life?
Oh, we lost Tony. Oh, we lost Tony. Oh, we lost Tony.
Went old school and bring back Bitmojis.
Sorry, alors ça c'est le plus long de l'histoire.
Okay. Ah, ça va. Oh. I think Chasing Rats Games was one of the first studios to join the Indie Asylum.
Yeah.
Why are we such a compatible match, you would say? Maybe why are we such a good fit? That's it. That's it.
Mais Kev, mais voyons, non, je peux pas croire.
Tabara shubiri. Tahaha. Jakalapopi. Oh!
Are these crunches?
Yeah, they are. I wanted to have sex before
We don't do crunches here.
C'est bon. Hey Kevin, I challenge you to a duel.
Ça va marcher.
PC pour avoir un écran 4K. Là-bas, il y a le Samsung sur les.
Kev, you alright, man?
Yo, yes, I am good. What's up? You look worrier than
Huh?
Kev, your s'mores is burning. Kevin? Kevin! Kevin, your s'more is burning!